Hello, Ralph. How are you today?
I'm doing well.
Great. Ralph, you've told me a little bit about your ministry, and I want you to tell me, tell my friends a little bit more about what you do here in Ghana and about your Vacation Bible School.
Okay. Yes, my ministry is Amazing Grace International Outreach. We started the Vacation Bible School for Children in August 1998 with 2 communities in the western region of Ghana. And as I'm talking now, the program has extended to 58 communities in 4 regions in Ghana. Last year, we counted about 15,000 children with the Vacation Bible School.
That's
amazing.
That is
amazing.
God has blessed it.
In these 58 communities, we have 15,000 children who came for the weekly Vacation Bible School that we had for them. Yep.
And so what all do you do at the Vacation Bible Schools?
Yes, we gather all the children in the communities in classrooms. We go for the classroom from the head teachers. We have a partnership with the Ghana Education Service that releases the classroom for us to organize a program there. So before they vacate, we go and see the head, the teachers, and they will inform the kids, and they will make community announcement that there's a program coming on. Those communities that already know us know the program every year. So immediately the kids vacate, they know that the next Monday the program will kick off. So all the children in the community will come to the schools, we break them in classes, the KG, the kindergarten, and then we have the lower primary, the upper primary, and then that is the junior high schools. That in America they will say stage 1 to I don't know the stages, but I think you are into stages.
Yeah, what are the ages?
Yeah, ages we have from 4 years to 6 years. 6 to 9, 9 to 13, and then our maximum year is 18.
Okay.
That is for children.
Right.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
And so how did you get involved in this? How did you find this ministry, or how did God lead you to this ministry?
Well, by then I was a volunteer. Ahead of the program, one woman called Agnes Mensah, she stayed in US, Corpus Christi. She first introduced the program, and then we were all volunteers. So where a lot of volunteers, about 15 volunteers, got involved with when we started with the 2 communities. And then because Ghanaians don't want to serve, they want to do money before they can serve. We were about 15 that started with the program. And along the line, the following year, all of them couldn't report. So we had 2 volunteers who volunteered the other years to report the next year. And then we started from there.
Wow.
So
you're saying, I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt you.
No problem.
You're saying that Ghanaians want money before they will serve?
Oh, most of Ghanaians youth don't want to serve. They want money before they could serve. Yep. Before they come in, they will just tell you, how much are you going to pay me? Because I'm going to waste the whole of the week. I'm going to, I'm not going to do anything. Just going to spend time with the kids, teaching them. How much are you going to pay me? And then we say, no, we have no pay for everyone. You just have to volunteer time to serve this kid, to impart knowledge of God onto them. And as I'm telling you, ever since we started this Vacation Bible School 15 years ago, we have some of the kids that we taught them in school during the Vacation Bible School. Some of them have now grown to become teachers who are also teaching their brothers and sisters.
That is amazing.
Amazing.
So, how many volunteers do you have now?
Well, last year we counted about 280 volunteers, serving those 58 communities across the 4 regions. Yep.
So God has blessed you greatly.
Very, very, very well.
Greatly. And what is your favorite part about doing this ministry?
Well, I love all the parts, but my favorite one is the serving with the children with disability, and then the community libraries.
So you serve both. You serve able-bodied children, children with disabilities?
Sure.
That is another amazing thing.
Yep.
And so how many children with disabilities do you think you serve out of the 15,000?
15,000. I think on my list we had about 200 disability children that we served in 2 regions. That is only in 2 regions. Yep.
God is doing a mighty work in you. I mean, 15,000 children and reaching 200 of those with disabilities.
That is on my list as of last year.
And so this year it's going to be even bigger?
Oh, sure. Because we've counted 10 more communities added to this year program. This year we're going to start the program from 28 July to 2nd August. So
Okay.
a 5-year program and 10 more communities have been added. It's amazing.
So what are your needs? What do you need, and how are you funded?
Yes, talking about funding, we have a partner church in US that is a Corpus Christi Christian Fellowship. They have partnered us so far since the 15 years ago. They have been funding our programs. And you know, during the Vacation Bible School, a lot of budget goes to the feeding of the children, because every Friday we feed all the children.
All 15,000.
15,000 children.
You feed them
And
lunch?
that's a lot of money.
Lunch and...
We give them lunch every Friday.
Every
We
Friday.
start from Monday to Friday, and every Friday we feed all of them. All of them.
Wow.
All of them. And then that's a lot of money.
That is a lot
and
of
then
food.
transportation, because we have to transport the teachers from community to communities. And then the teacher workshop. Before we start, we have all the volunteers coming from all the regions. At one point, we have 2 days to, teach them or take them through the handouts where we're going to teach the children. So they will stay. We have to find hotel for them to stay, and then their transportation in and out. That also takes a lot of money.
So what can people in the U.S. do to help you besides pray, which we know we ask for prayers?
Well, we are in serious financial crisis for now, because a lot of communities want to join, but because we don't have enough funding, we sometimes used to neglect them because we don't have more funding. Mm-hmm. Though we have a lot of youth that are willing to serve, to be volunteers. We don't pay them. Right. But we only give them transportation and their lunch every day. Yeah, right. So a lot of youth have now heard of the program. A lot of Christian youth have involved themselves, and more wish to involve themselves. So as we enlist more communities, we have to get involved all these people that want to be on board. But because we don't have funding, we can't stretch our arms to the other regions. And even in those 58 communities in 4 regions, we have more and more communities in those regions that we need to enlist them, but lack of funding.
Yes.
Yep.
Which is
lack of funding.
Challenge with all ministries.
That is it.
What about supplies and things like that? How do you get the supplies to teach them?
Yes, we buy almost all the supply from Ghana.
Okay.
We only have balloons, glitters, and some pencils and erasers that we send them from our partner church in USA. Mm-hmm. They supply us with the balloons, the glitters, and then the medals. We have a soccer tournament that we do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we have soccer tournament during the Vacation Bible School.
Oh,
we start from Monday to Friday, and the Saturday, all those communities, we have some selected that we select them, 20 players from each community. They will all converge at one football field, and then we do a soccer tournament.
So
every player is given a medal, and then the winning team will present a trophy for them every year.
So you have the World Cup of Vacation Bible School soccer
Sure.
or football.
Sure. Because Ghanaian boys love football. Mm-hmm. They enjoy football a lot. So we saw that as we're giving them the spiritual food, we have to also consider their physical needs, mm-hmm. like entertaining them, and they love it. A lot of people come to the stadium to watch because everybody wants to get a medal. Because Ghana, when you have a medal, you are a king. Yeah, the kids.
So
yeah.
that's
they even fight over it. So everyone wants to go to the Vacation Bible School for him to get access to the football, for him to get a medal. And so the church supply medal, and then they supply glitters, and then they supply sometimes erasers and pencils, and then the other materials, the pencil sharpeners, the A4 sheet, because they do drawings and a whole lot during the program. We buy almost all of them in Ghana.
You tell me even more than we talked about before. I didn't know about the soccer tournaments.
Well, we have a soccer tournament every year.
Football, sorry, not
every
soccer.
Year. And we have 4 soccer camps. Out of the soccer tournament, we had 4 camps.
Oh.
So we have 4 trained coaches that we've given them jerseys, all the soccer inputs that are taking the boys through soccer camps. So we have a partner that came in that I think 4 years ago. He's called Pastor Candy Conin. He is with Wardron Baptist Church in Corpus Christi, Wardron Baptist Church. So he has also been supporting the program on the soccer aspect. So he has been providing soccer boots, soccer cleats, and all the soccer inputs to support the soccer tournament. Yeah, so Pastor Candy Connie is also doing amazing every year coming to support this program. So this year he's arriving with another partner who's also coming to support the soccer camps.
That's incredible.
Amazing.
So what else would you like to say about what you do or what the Vacation Bible Schools do that I haven't asked you?
Well, I was also about to talk about our community libraries.
Oh, go, please.
Community libraries.
Yes.
Yeah. As I said earlier, we are also considering the physical needs of the people, because our vision is to transform lives and communities. So as we transform lives spiritually, we should transform lives, physically as well. So we saw the need of community library in every community, because most of the communities, about 90% of the Ghanaian communities, don't have community libraries. So the government is not willing to, provide books to the libraries in schools.
So schools don't have libraries?
No. About 90% of Ghanaian schools.
So how do
90%.
How do they learn to read?
Well, it's only the some small reading books that they provide them to read, but they don't have a complete library where students and people can go for research and do reading a lot of storybooks and a lot of stuff. Now, they don't have. About 90% of Ghanaian schools and Ghanaian communities don't have community libraries. So we saw a big need, and then we tried to do something about it. So for now, what we're doing is we come to the community, and then we ask the community to give us a room, whether a single room or 2 rooms, and then we will put on the shelves. We provide some 2 or 3 tables and chairs for the kids to come and read, and then we stock in with books. So we've got corporations in Corpus Christi that are donating books to us. Last year we had a shipment. Before you were here, I told you we had a shipment that was in the port. By God's grace, a certain bank helped us to clear from customs, and we are supplying those books. So now we have about 15 libraries. 15 libraries in 2 districts.
From nothing.
Yep.
We started 15.
Community. And we have volunteer librarians who volunteer their time from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. to help the kids come and then check out the books to read.
So you do Vacation Bible School. You do soccer
tournaments.
Football tournaments.
Yep.
With football camps.
Yep.
And you create libraries.
Community libraries. That's it.
All through God's grace.
That's it. And one program that we are trying to see if we can, integrate. We had another partner in Maine. He's a doctor. 4 years ago, he joined the team back to Vacation Bible School, and then because he's a doctor, he wanted to visit many clinics and some CHIPS compound in the region, and he saw a need that most of even the hospitals don't have ambulance. So in case of emergency, what do we do?
Yes.
So when he went back home, he started mobilizing. So as I'm talking now, 2 years ago, he has provided 2 ambulances and huge medical equipment and supplies that we've donated to 2 hospitals in the region. As I'm talking now, there is a container full of medical equipment and then ambulance going for another district hospital. But it's now left with shipment. Because for all this, what we do is he will mobilize, and I'll also look for support for shipment and clearance from Ghana. And then I wire the money to the shipper in the States, and then the shipper will bring down the container. I do my best to clear from customs, and then we donate. So that's also what we do. So
you do so much.
So much. That's why we have a lot of volunteers helping. Yep, we do so much.
You are a blessing.
Yep.
And I didn't introduce you at the very beginning, so can you say your name again?
My name is Raph Mahoney Assefuah. That's my name.
Okay.
Yep.
And it's R-A-P-H.
R-A-P-H. Thank you. That's my name. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, Raph.
Thank you so much.
God's blessings to you,
Yeah.
prayers, and I will be sharing this with my American friends,
All right.
and I can't wait for them to hear your story.
All right. Thank you so much,
You're
Mommy.
welcome. God's
Thank you.
blessing.